Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. First, let's start off with the daily chart of Ethereum. So it dipped below the rotation zone and then yesterday hit this very key level at the 50, just dipping below our 646.97 Gann level and strong reversal. Strong reversal back up, now back above the rotation zone. 4 hour, it was also against the rotation zone, but let me show you something on the 1 hour. This is actually pretty interesting. Show you some things, and I'm trying to throw in some more 1 hour charts just to give people more alternatives. So you see it came down here, stopping at this first Gann level multiple times, 2 times to be exact, plunging through, dipping down to another one. Now this was a miniature double bottom. So that triggered and went to target. Came back, found a lot of resistance up here at this prior projection level. Finally getting above the 50. Now this is a great classic pattern, and this was another aggressive entry. This double bottom was very aggressive. But at least we had the Gann level and the 50 near it on the daily. Now here we have a nice breakout zone. So you see I'm drawing a line across here. So all this was resistance. Let me even do this. Make it red for resistance. So we had resistance, 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 resistance. This is a very classic pattern. I've outlined this before in videos. I just want to keep pointing it out, and it doesn't matter the time frame. I'll mainly follow it on the 4 hour and the 1 hour and the daily. But here's essentially the pattern. So you have something break above key resistance, pull back to retest. So you broke above, pulled back to retest. See, it caught on that resistance area. And you have the rising rotation zone. So this is great. Moves sideways, lets the 8 catch up, and then explodes higher. That is a great entry pattern that you can watch for. Also down here, there were divergences. So between here and here, we had a higher RSI than we had that really nice divergence pattern. So there's a lot of things going. Again, a very aggressive entry because it was against the rotation zone on the 4 hour. But now the rotation zone is looking to be in our favor on the 4 hour. Let me take this off to not clutter up my charts, and let's go back to the 4 hour. So assuming that if you did get in there, great, or did something similar, that is fantastic. If you didn't and you're looking now, we now have the first cross. That's why I waited to put out this video. First cross, so watch for a pullback anywhere between about 718 to about 706, then a rotation back up. We're now watching for a catch on the rotation zone or a move sideways and letting the 8 catch up, which is 8 pushing the price, and then a move higher because the rotation zone back in our favor on the 4 hour and still in our favor on the daily. Switching back to the daily where we started. If this does break down again and gets through to 50, you can look for 612 and then 586. This is actually looking like a pretty nice extended recovery, though. It's going to have some very key resistance right here. Let me mark it off again. Right around, right around this 750 area. 752 was what I marked, but it's right around the 750 area. So watch for that. It might actually run up there, and then you might get the pullback. So keep watching that 4 hour rotation zone. Next levels above 752, I'd watch for a return to about 778. Then watch for this key area, that key close, 819. Then you can watch for 838. Then we'll update the next levels higher. As they stand now, let me change this one because we have to come down to here for the reverse Gann box. We have 863, 888 to 898, and then we still have 958. Checking in on Litecoin. So we had our Gann levels projected from these highs on the 5th of May. This recent pause right before this last little drawdown, this last little sell-off, which gave us 131 and 125. See there, we got the nice little pause. That was the last one we did. We originally had them here, then we had to go to a 1 hour chart, then we eventually went to 4 hour right here. So that gave us the key level. Now we did get a very nice divergence pattern right at a very key level. So you see lower low in price action, higher low in RSI, getting back into the 8. So this is nice, and you can trade this when it gets a break above or a close above. So that was triggered here. Now, keep watching. It's now rallied back to the 147 area. Really would like to see it get up to this 150 area, then pull back and get the first cross. So we're watching for the orange line to get above the blue line, which will get the rotation zone back in Litecoin's favor. So that's what you should be watching for. At this point, I'm just going to update these levels down to here because this is a major recovery, and we'll check this out on the daily chart. Daily chart. One of the risky things with Litecoin is we have the first cross rotation zone against us. So this is where we still have to be cautious. There's lots of resistance, 149 to 151. And I also said that 150 level on the 4-hour chart. Well, that's the same area on the daily chart. So really, if you did grab anything down here, at least move up stops or take something off at the 150 because we might get another pullback, which would enable you to put something on. Don't just do nothing at here. You don't have to take profits off, but at least move up your stops, because if we come up here and then turn back down lower, you're going to be glad you at least moved up your stop to protect either your profits or get back out at break even. If we do break down again, be watching for about 124 and then 117 to 118 cluster area. If we can get through this 150 level, especially hitting that, pulling back on the 4-hour and rotating back through, then watch for about 156. It's going to be very key right in there. And then we'll be watching for a retest of the 200-day simple coming in about 161. So we have for you on Litecoin and Ethereum, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.